In the long history of China's national military development, changes in senior military leadership always attract attention. The personal stories of these leaders are closely tied to the rise and fall of the nation, and each change in position signifies a new era for national defense and security. The recent appointments of Navy Admiral Dong Jun and Hu Zhongming, particularly as Minister of National Defense and Navy Commander, have quickly become the focus of discussion. If a conflict erupts between China and the United States, the maritime domain will be a crucial battlefield. What signals do these recent personnel changes in the Chinese military send, especially concerning the risk of conflict in the South China Sea and Taiwan Strait? Why is it said to be crucial for countering separatist forces in Taiwan and the interests of the United States and the Philippines? China has recently announced the appointment of Admiral Dong Jun, the former Navy commander, as the Minister of National Defense. This has caught the attention of many because he is the first Minister of National Defense from the Navy since the founding of the People's Republic of China. Furthermore, Hu Zhongming, who succeeded Dong Jun as the Navy commander, is also a capable military leader. These key personnel changes in the Chinese military send two strong signals to the outside world, especially in the face of the risk of conflict in the South China Sea and Taiwan Strait. This reshuffling of positions is worth careful consideration for China.so. What are these two signals? Firstly, both personnel changes are directly related to the Navy, especially with Admiral Dong Jun, an experienced naval officer, becoming the Minister of National Defense. He is the first Minister of National Defense with a Navy background, indicating that the future focus will be on the maritime domain. Why? The most direct reason is that the situations in both the South China Sea and the Taiwan Strait are highly unstable, especially in 2023. In a situation where a crisis could erupt at any moment, the Chinese military will have to deal with increasing external interactions, particularly in maritime issues. Therefore, appointing a leader with a naval background as the Minister of National Defense is highly appropriate at this time. In terms of military diplomacy, China will undoubtedly showcase its clear stance on core issues. Secondly, Admiral Hu Zhongming, who succeeded Dong Jun as the Navy commander, is an expert in maritime confrontation with the United States. This is not an exaggeration. Why is this said? Because he has served in the Navy for 44 years, participating in major exercises and training tasks, and most importantly, he possesses the ability to command conventional submarines, new-generation nuclear submarines, and missile destroyers individually. His military capabilities are exceptional, especially regarding the new-generation nuclear submarines that China has recently mentioned. The United States is very concerned and fearful. In the face of confrontation in the sea, land, and air, underwater confrontation is more covert and harder for the enemy to detect. In the event of a conflict between China and the United States, the US is most afraid of a sudden attack from the sea, and Admiral Hu Zhongming, the new Navy commander, is an expert in submarine operations. By placing military leaders with such strong capabilities in charge of the Navy, China is sending a clear message to the United States, the Philippines, and the advocates of Taiwan independence. What does this message imply? It means that in the direction of the South China Sea and the Taiwan Strait, if the United States wants to create trouble, the Chinese Navy is ready. China has placed leaders capable of winning battles in key positions. This demonstrates China's firm stance in safeguarding its core national interests, and China will not allow anyone to take away even the slightest bit of what belongs to it. Firstly, in the South China Sea, the Philippines' current attempt to align with the United States and its ambitions to erode China's presence on the islands and reefs will not succeed. Additionally, with the conclusion of the leadership election in Taiwan, the separatist Lai Ching-te has been elected, making the situation in the Taiwan Strait more dangerous. However, the Chinese Navy has made ample preparations for this. If the authorities in Taiwan continue on the path of independence, the People's Liberation Army will not hesitate to take action. Now, let me introduce Admiral Dong Jun and Admiral Hu Zhongming. On December 29, during the 7th session of the 14th National People's Congress Standing Committee, Admiral Dong Jun was appointed as the new Minister of National Defense. This marks the first time since the founding of the People's Republic of China that a naval officer has taken on the role of Minister of National Defense. According to publicly available information, Dong Jun was born in Yangtai, Shandong, in 1961, and has had a deep connection with the sea since childhood. In 1979, he successfully entered the Dalian Naval Academy, embarking on his naval journey. During his time at the academy, he earned the admiration of instructors and classmates through diligence and outstanding achievements. After graduating from the academy, he devoted himself to the Navy, holding various key positions. In 1983, after graduating from the Dalian Naval Academy, Dong Jun was assigned to a naval unit, starting his career as a grassroots officer. He quickly stood out with excellent performance and leadership. In 1990, he was appointed as the head of the Military Training Department of the Navy Command, responsible for the military training of the entire Navy. In this position, he studied the characteristics of modern warfare in depth, actively promoted the reform and innovation of training methods, and made outstanding contributions to the modernization of the Navy starting from 2000. Dong Jun successively held positions such as Deputy Chief of Staff of the North Sea Fleet, Deputy Commander of the East Sea Fleet, and Deputy Chief of Staff of the Navy. In each position, he demonstrated high professional competence and a sense of responsibility, making significant efforts to contribute to the development of the Navy. On July 27, 2012, he was promoted to Rear Admiral. In July 2018, he was promoted to Vice Admiral, and on September 6, 2021, he was promoted to Admiral. These honors not only affirm his personal capabilities but also recognize his contributions to the Navy. On December 29, 2023, Dong Jun was appointed as the first Minister of National Defense with a naval background in China, marking a new height in his distinguished military career. In recent years, the Chinese Navy has conducted multiple joint military exercises with the Russian Navy, such as in the East China Sea and the Gulf of Oman. Dong Jun has also had multiple meetings with Admiral Yevmenov, the Commander-in-Chief of the Russian Navy, and the two have a close working relationship and good communication. With Dong Jun assuming the position of Minister of National Defense, it is conducive to enhancing military exchanges and cooperation between the Chinese and Russian navies, facilitating the continuous expansion of exchanges at various levels. Admiral Dong Jun, with a naval background, may become the first Minister of National Defense in Chinese military history who is proficient in foreign languages. Admiral Hu Zhongming, born in Qingdao, Shandong, in 1964, into a military family, chose to join the military at the age of 15 in 1979. In the military, he quickly became an outstanding naval soldier through rigorous training and unwavering determination. In 1985, Hu Zhongming entered the Naval Submarine Academy for further education, where he systematically studied submarine combat command and related weapon systems, laying a solid foundation to become an excellent submarine commander. After graduation, he was assigned to a submarine unit of the South Sea Fleet, serving in various positions such as submarine captain and squadron staff. In these roles, he accumulated rich experience in submarine command and management. In 2002, Hu Zhongming participated in the Navy's first global circumnavigation mission, testing his navigation skills, leadership, willpower, and strategic vision. In the following years, his career entered the fast lane. In 2004, he became the captain of a new type of submarine. In 2006, he was recognized as an outstanding grassroots leader and an advanced individual in education management. In 2008, During his tenure as the commander of the 90th Squadron of the 92,730 Unit, he was praised as a model for learning and talent development in the entire military. Behind these honors is his deep love for the Navy and relentless pursuit of its cause. As time passed, Hu Zhongming grew into an outstanding naval leader. In 2013, he became the commander of a submarine base, overseeing the management of a critical military stronghold. Under his leadership, the base achieved remarkable achievements, making significant contributions to the country's maritime defense. In July 2014, he was promoted to Rear Admiral. Although he was already 50 years old at that time, he remained passionate about the Navy. Subsequently, Hu Zhongming successively held important positions such as Assistant Chief of Staff of the Navy and Deputy Chief of Staff of the Navy. Each position presented new challenges, but he successfully completed the tasks with outstanding leadership and strategic vision. At the end of 2019, he was appointed as the Deputy Commander of the Northern Theater Command and concurrently the Navy Commander, responsible for the defense of the Northern Sea area. Under his leadership, the combat capabilities of the Navy in the Northern Theater Command significantly improved, making outstanding contributions to safeguarding the country's maritime interests. On December 25, 2023, Hu Zhongming was promoted to Admiral, succeeding Dong Jun as the Navy Commander. With the assumption of office by Dong Jun and Hu Zhongming, the Chinese Navy has entered a new period of development. Under the leadership of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China and the Central Military Commission, and with the joint efforts of all officers and soldiers, the Chinese Navy will move toward a more brilliant future, making greater contributions to world peace and stability, and providing solid support for the great rejuvenation of the Chinese.